first question to you is, could you briefly list the main compliance challenges in the Spanish market at this moment?
I think Alla and Jorge did already mention everything which is coming into place very soon, and so we heard that there might be new KYC requirements because of identity theft and probably AML issues because on tax evasion. There was Alla mentioned also the responsible gambling requirements being reviewed in the games, and that there might be reporting and also monitoring requirements coming up very soon. On the other hand, Jorge mentioned that the average deposit per player is less than €1 per day or €360 per year. So this means it's quite difficult to be profitable on the Spanish market with such a low deposit. So the raise of the compliance requirements means also a raise of the compliance costs, and to be able to manage the compliance costs and the compliance requirements in an effective way. I think this is one of the main challenges on the Spanish market, because the compliance costs are directly related to the attractiveness of the product. If the costs are high, the margin of the operator needs to be higher. So, for example, at casino, the return to player, the RTP, the margin of the operator needs to be higher, and the RTP needs to be lower. We have seen this also on the German market, that the market becomes unattractive because of the high costs. Same with sports betting. At sports betting, the odds needs to reflect the costs which are involved to offer the game. So I think that in the next year and the next years in Spain, it will be very important to have an effective compliance management, and this is something which is in the favor of the DGOJ to reduce the black market and to keep the market attractive. And on the other hand, it is important for the operators to be able to offer an attractive product and to be profitable on the Spanish market.
Well, compliance and sustainable market is what you're saying here. Thank you, Jochen. Second question to you is, building on the first question, of course, which regulatory issues can be addressed through training, for smart training solutions, for example, Jochen?
At the moment, there are at least 4 requirements for training. It's responsible gambling, AML, then data security, ISO 27001. If operators are licensed in other jurisdictions as well, they have the requirement to be ISO 27001 licensed or certified, and GDPR, data protection. So this is a lot of training, and for a lot of people in an organization, this means also costs, not just for the trainer and the trainees, but also for people maybe going to face-to-face trainings or to spend time in webinars or e-learning. So a smart solution is to offer e-learnings where possible, so that the staff can do the trainings when they have time to do it. Then more extensive trainings can be webinars or blended trainings, a combination of e-learning and webinars or face-to-face trainings, and then the expert trainings and also RG trainings normally are happening in face-to-face trainings, because it's more difficult to explain, and the trainer very often, especially with the RG trainings, is interacting with the participants in a way that they have an experience of being addicted, not just to gambling, but to something maybe in their own life. So it's important from a time perspective or cost perspective to have the right strategy to establish the trainings in a company.
Thank you, Jochen. That was very, very helpful. Last question, no, not the last question. Third question to you here. In addition to smart training, you also mentioned e-money. Why exactly should licensed operators invest in compliance e-money solutions?
E-money means here that it's possible to use cash to top up and pay out from player accounts. And this is, and with e-money, which is means an e-money licensed operator is integrated in the payment system of the gambling operator, would allow in a point of sale situation, so in retail businesses, to top up and pay out from the player accounts. It is quite attractive for most of the players to play with cash, because then their banks or their normal payment methods, they don't experience that they are playing with gambling websites, and with which might cause also in raising their risk profile at the banks. And also it's a matter of control. If you would only spend the money you have in cash if you play with cash. And Spain is still a strong cash country. So this e-money opens the possibility to play online actually with cash and having the same feeling as playing with cash in, for example, sports betting corners or sports betting shops. So it's it's kind of a marketing strategy. Marketing might not be the right word in the Spanish regulation for this, but it makes the deposit and the withdrawal probably more attractive to players, and it opens also for companies which are offering retail games in sports betting or gaming halls, sports betting shops or gaming halls, the possibility to top up and pay out legally in these premises. This kind of payment system is in place since a long time in Italy, and we have an office in Milan. And when I'm walking through Milan, I see a lot of point of sales where you can top up CSAL or SNITEC accounts, but very little amount of betting shops, because of the cost running a betting shop hardly profitable in these large cities anymore.
Thank you, Jochen. That's a very interesting topic here. Before we move to the final question to Jochen here, I'd like to remind listeners there's a Q&A session at the end. Please point your QR code to the right side of the screen, add the question or upvote somebody else's question, and we will deal with those at the end of this webinar. Jochen, you have already touched upon several compliance-related issues. Where can our listeners or viewers learn more about compliance in the Spanish market?
This year, we have organized together with gaming in Spain some breakout sessions in parallel to the conference, and these breakout sessions will touch on all these topics. We have invited not just Spanish but European experts to explain best practice in other European countries, and we will have the market leaders in several of these compliance topics, like the market leaders in e-money. We have already confirmed that Octopay, Pelado, it's from Mercury Games and Aircash are going to participate in the panel. So we will learn how the e-money solution is used in other markets, and I think there are also quite interesting news from Octopay how the wallets are used in gambling halls.